Hi students, welcome back to my channel Evolve Solving Physics. Today we are going to discuss some more problems based on vertical motion. What they have given means a person in lift which ascends up with acceleration 10 meter per second square drops a stone from the height 10 meters. The time of descent is, here they say to find the time of descent. So has a person present in the lift moves up with an acceleration 10 meter per second square. So that person has dropped a stone of height 10 meters. They say to find the time of descent. Time of descent means they say to find the time taken by the stone to reach the ground. As the person is throwing the stone downward of height 10 meters. They say to find the time of descent. So as you all know that here we are going to find the time of descent for the stone. So for a freely falling body, as you all know that u equals to 0, a equals to g, s equals to h. What they given h as 10 meters. So and they have given one more thing, that is acceleration 10 meter per second square. Here the person is moving up in with an acceleration of 10 meter per second square. With that acceleration the person is throwing the stone towards downward of height 10 meters. They say to find the time taken by the stone to reach the ground. So here we are going to find time taken by the stone to reach ground. With an acceleration of 10 meter per second square. Okay, so as you all know that s equals to ut plus half at square. Substitute these values here. So we want t here. So 10 is equal to 0 into t plus half a. A is g, but we are taking as g plus a here. Why I am taking g plus a here? Why? Because as the body is with acceleration, the person's body with acceleration is 10 meter per second square. With that acceleration the person is throwing a stone of 10 meters from the height with a acceleration due to gravity 10 meter per second square they have given. So we are taking g plus a in terms of a. As you all know that for a freely falling body, in place of a we take g, but we are considering g plus a. Why we are considering g plus a? Because they have mentioned acceleration and acceleration due to gravity. So in place of acceleration we should consider g plus a. Is coming down from the lift and a stone is dropped towards down. We should take it as g minus a. When it has acceleration for the upward motion we will take it as plus a. For downward motion we take acceleration as minus a. Okay, so now we are going to find the value of t. So 10 equals to half g is 10 plus a is 10 into t square. 10 equals to 1 by 2 into 20 t square. 2 ones, 2 tens. So what we are going to get here, 10 equals to 10 t square. Send this here. Ten by 10 equals to t square. T square equals to 1. T equals to under root 1. So t equals to 1. T equals to 1. So the time taken by the stone of height 10 meters dropped from the lift is 1 second. So the time taken by the stone to reach the ground of height 10 meters is 1 second. As person is moving up with acceleration 10 meter per second square and stone is dropping down with height of 10 meters with the acceleration due to gravity g, then we take it as g plus a in place of a. For suppose if a person is coming down with acceleration and a stone is dropped downward plus g, so we take it as g minus a. So for an upward motion the acceleration will be positive and for downward motion the acceleration will be negative, as we are already discussed in the topic of acceleration. For an upward direction the acceleration will be positive and for the downward motion the acceleration will be negative. So for upward acceleration and downward stone, g we take it as downward as plus g na, so g plus a. 2 downward means g minus a. For suppose one is downward and one is upward means minus g minus a. Why? Because for an upward motion minus g and for downward motion a is minus a, g minus a. So in place of a we have taken g plus a. Why? Because the acceleration is in upward direction and the gravity will be in downward direction, so g plus a. So this is the time taken by the stone to reach the ground of height 10 meters. So if you have any doubts, please comment me in comment box. So what they have given means a body is projected up with velocity u. It reaches a point in its path at time t1. So for suppose it reaches the maximum height for the time t1 and t2 seconds from the time of projection. Time of projection means from this point it is reaching downward direction of time t2. Then t1 plus t2 is, so a body is projected up with velocity u. It reaches a point in its path at time t1 and t2 seconds from the time of projection. So one will be time of projection, another will be the reaches the particular path and reaches the ground. So then t1 plus t2 is, as you all know that for upward motion, so for first time t1 it will be time of ascent u by g, and for the time t2 time of descent u by g. What they say to find t1 plus t2 u by g plus u by g. So what we will get here, 2u by g. So t1 plus t2 will be 2u by g. So answer will be 2u by g. So they said they have given the times from the time of projection. So one will be the reaches the maximum height with time t1 and one reaches the time of projection, means it reaches the ground. One reaches the maximum height with time t1 and another reaches the time of projection means point of projection, that is downward direction, ground, t2. So t1 plus t2 has upward means the time taken is time of ascent t1 and time of descent is t2. Upward means time of ascent, downward means time of descent. Ascent is t1 is u by g, descent is t2 equals to u by g. So they said to find t1 plus t2, u by g plus u by g, 2u by g. So answer will be 2u by g. So this is the problem based on maximum height. So what they have given means a body is thrown up with velocity u, it reaches the maximum height h, and if its velocity of projection is doubled, as we all know that the object is projected with velocity u, it reaches the maximum height h, but they have given that the velocity of projection is doubled, that is 2u. For this velocity of projection is doubled, we are going to find the maximum height. So the maximum height reaches is, so as you all know that maximum height formula is h equals to u square by 2g. So here h is directly proportional to u square. So h is directly proportional to u square. So with the help of this formula, we are going to find the height, maximum height when the velocity of projection is doubled. So we are going to find the maximum height when the velocity of projection is doubled. So h is proportional to u square. They have given for u velocity of projection, the height, maximum height is h, and for 2u double of projection, double of velocity of projection, they say to find h value. So with the help of this relation, we are going to find the maximum height. So h is proportional to u square. We can write it as h1 by h2 equals to u1 by u2 whole square. Why I am taking this relation means we have two heights here and two velocities. For h1 height means h by h2. h2 means we are going to find this maximum height at double of velocity of projection, that is equal to u1 is u and u2 is 2u whole square. So here we are going to find the h2. h2 means the height at the double of the velocity of projection. So u will be cancelled here. So h by h2 equals to 1 by 2 whole square. So h by h2 equals to square by 2 square. What will get here? 1 by 4. So h by h2 equals to 1 by 4. We want the value of h2. h2 means this is the maximum height when the velocity of projection is doubled. So cross multiply this. You will get as h2 equals to 4h. So what will become the maximum height when the velocity of projection is doubled? We will get as 4h. So the answer will be 4h. 4h. So if they said as the velocity of projection is doubled or tripled or 4 times the velocity of projection, means you have to take this relation h is proportional to u square. With the help of this, you can calculate the maximum height. For that, double the velocity of projection or triple the velocity of projection or 4 times the velocity of projection. So answer will be 4h here. If you have any doubts, please comment me in comment box. So what they have given means, so this is the problem based on time of ascent and time of descent. What they have given means a stone is thrown vertically from the ground. It reaches the maximum height of 500 meters in 10 seconds. After what time it reaches the ground from the maximum height reached? So here, so the body is projected up. So the height traveled by the body is 500 meters and reaches the maximum height. And the time taken is 10 seconds. So time taken by the body to reach the ground of 500 meters is 10 seconds. They say to find after what time it reaches the ground. At what time it reaches the ground. Same body. At what time it reaches the ground from the maximum height reached. So from the maximum height, what the time taken by the body to reach the ground? As you all know that the time of ascent Ta is u by g and the time of descent is Td is u by g. So as you all know that projected vertically upward means time of ascent. They have given 10 seconds. As it reaches the ground from the maximum height is time of descent u by g. So you can see that time of ascent is equal to time of descent, that is u by g. So you know that time of ascent is u by g and time of descent is u by g. So you can take it as Ta equals to Td. So what is Ta? 10 seconds. They have given the time taken by the body to reach the maximum height is time of ascent, that is 10 seconds. So Ta equals to 10 and Td equals to also 10 seconds. So Td is equal to 10 seconds. So as there will be no change in the height traveled by the body to reach the maximum height. So the time of ascent is 10 seconds and time of descent will be 10 seconds. As you all know that time of descent is equal to time of ascent, that is u by g. So we are equating this. So when there is no change in the height traveled by the body, then there will be no change in the time of ascent and time of descent. So TA equals to TD. So TA, they given as time taken by the body to reach the maximum height is 10 seconds. So then TD will also becomes as the time taken by the body to reach the ground is 10 seconds. So answer will be 10 seconds. So if you have any doubts, please comment me in comment box. So please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you.